Welcome to this tutorial on setting up an EUDR compliance workflow using QGIS and Mergin Maps. I am Vitor Vieira, and I'll show you how to build a complete field data collection system that meets the European Union Deforestation Regulation requirements. By the end of this video, you'll know how to create a QGIS project for mapping agricultural plots, deploy it for mobile data collection with Mergin Maps, and generate the geospatial data needed for your due diligence statements. First, let's understand what EUDR requires for geospatial data. The regulation demands plot-level traceability with coordinates in WGS84 format, recorded to 6 decimal places, which is roughly sub-meter accuracy. For plots larger than 4 hectares, you must provide polygon boundaries. For smaller plots, a single-point coordinate is acceptable. This workflow applies to any EUDR commodity: coffee, cocoa, soy, rubber, cattle, timber, or oil palm. And the critical date to remember is December 31st, 2020. For today's project, we'll be setting up farms around the Amazon jungle and Pará State, Brazil. All right, let's cut the chase and go to QGIS. Let's first make sure we have Mergin Maps plugin installed. We go to Plugins, Manage and Install Plugins. Then under All, search for Mergin Maps, and we click Install Plugin. All right, with the plugin installed, we can go here and type our credentials. I'll leave the link in the description so you can create your own account. And after typing your credentials, we hit OK. And I am logged into Mergin Maps. Once logged in, I can access all my projects directly from QGIS through the Mergin Maps tab. Now we are going to create our Mergin Maps project. For that, we click on the plus icon, New Basic QGIS Project. We can select the workspace the project will be located. We can also make it public and select the folder the project will be located to. I come here, now we'll type a project name, let's say Pará Farms Brazil, and then I hit finish. Okay, my project's now created, and I can access it from my mobile device and also from Mergin Maps website. These layers won't be used. We can remove them from the project and also from the projects folder. Let's remove the survey points. Nice. The other thing we want to do to ensure our project is the right EUDR CRS. We come here on the project properties. We hit 4326. We come here under 4326 WGS84. We click here, then we click on apply. Okay, now our project is in the right EUDR CRS. Stepping back for a moment, you might already have a spreadsheet like this in your workflow, containing all the data about your farms, cooperatives, and much more. Here's an example in Google Sheets that contains information about farms, commodities, cooperatives, and municipalities. This is just a sample, but you can use any type of data you want and easily bring it into QGIS and Mergin Maps to help you fill your features. We'll come into File, Download, and CSV, so we can incorporate all the data from this spreadsheet into our QGIS project. In order to use that CSV file we just downloaded into our Mergin Maps project, let's drag it into Mergin Maps project folder. This is very important because this way synchronization will happen correctly and we'll be able to access this data into the mobile devices and our website. Let's rename it to something nicer. forms, data, and drag it into layers panel. Now we go to open attribute table. We can see all the data from the spreadsheet directly in QGIS. We'll be using this data layer. We'll create a layer representing the forms and the GeoPackage database for it. So we're doing it. We go under layer tabs, create layer, new GeoPackage layer. For the database tab, let's add Mergin Maps projects folder and eudr.gpkg. Let's name this table forms. For geometry type, the polygon. Remember that for plots smaller than 4 hectares, you can add a point. CRS, let's set as the project CRS. Let's begin adding the fields. So the first field we can name is the plot ID as a text. So we can identify each different plot, its ID. The form name, which we'll be getting from the CSV. It's also added commodity type, which types we can also be getting from the CSV. Production date, which needs to be for December 31st, 2020. Let's edit date. Let's also add latitude, the decimal, and longitude also as a decimal. Add the area in hectares for each plot, also as a decimal. The country, which in this project will be Brazil by default. The text, municipality, which we'll be getting from the CSV as well. Collector name, which we can automatically get from Mergin Maps. And for last, collection date. Set as date tag. This way, we'll have information that represents every plot. Now, let's double check. Hit OK. And we have our forms layer. Now that we have satellite ready, let's configure a layer to make field data collection as smooth as possible. Right-click on Forms layer, and then we select Properties. And before navigating to Attributes form, where we'll be setting the forms, let's first go to Fields, because I forgot to add Cooperative field. So we click on the pencil, New Field. Let's name it Cooperative, and select Text as a type. Then we'll hit OK. Then we can click again on the pencil, hit Save, and Apply. Then we go to the Attributes form. The first thing we want to do is switch the top here from Auto Generate to Drag and Drop Designer. This gives us complete control over how our forms will look and behave in the field. So let's start customizing our fields. First, we'll hide FID field. It's generated automatically, and our data collectors don't need to see it. So we go to Widget type, and in the drop-down, we select Hidden. For the plot ID field, we want each plot to have a unique identifier. So let's scroll down, and under defaults, let's add the default value as UUID. For form name, let's change the widget type from text edit to value map. This allows us to add values directly from the layer we generated from our CSV file. So we click Load Data from Layer. We select the layer, and as value, we want form name, so as the description. And we click OK. Let's do the same for commodity type, municipality, and cooperative. So for commodity type, let's click on value map. Load data from layer, forms data. Commodity is already selected. Okay. For municipality, let's do the same. So value map, load data from layer, forms data, municipality, and municipality. Then we hit OK. And cooperative, since we just added, we can drag it and let's place it right after form name. Again, we click on value map, load data from layer, forms data, then cooperative, so as the description. Next, for prediction date, we can leave it as daytime as a standard date picker. Latitude and longitude fields are optional, as all the coordinates from the polygon will be inside the GeoJSON we'll generate afterwards. But in case you want to point inside the polygon, so you can have some perspective of the location of the polygon, we can add the expression point on surface. And also X point on surface geometry for longitude. Now for the plot area hectares, we have a particularly useful one. We can have the area calculated automatically in hectares. For that, we can use this following expression: area slash 10,000. This way, the area will be converted from square meters to hectares, and we'll have it automatically. For country, the default value will be Brazil, so under a single quote, because we are only serving in Brazil here. Municipality, we have already done. Collector name, let's use Mergin Maps, merging username expression. It will get your name, the name of the collector. And for collection date, let's also add an expression now. So right when the collector adds a new feature, this date will be collected on the same time. You can also add field aliases to display more user-friendly names or translate field names into different languages depending on who is going to collect the data. In this project, for instance, we can add form name as Nome Fazenda, which is in Portuguese, in case Portuguese-speaking people will be collecting the data. And you can do the same for all the fields of your project. To make our form plots visually clear and easy to work with, both in QGIS and now in the field with Mergin Maps, let's style our forms layer. For that, we go to the Symbology tab. Let's select a style. For this one, I'll select this point and line pattern. And let me select the color red for the stroke. And for the points, let's select purple one. This way, the contrast will be high and we'll be able to see the forms out there in the satellite imagery. Let's increase a bit the size of the points and hit apply. You might also want to have different plot styling depending on certain values of the fields. So let's say you want to have different plot styling based on the commodity type. You could come to categorized, select as value commodity type, and then hit classify so you have some data. This way, you'll have a different symbology for each type of commodity. Now that we have our forms layer styling set, let's synchronize so then we can access this project on Mergin Maps. So we hit OK. I'll zoom in to some oil palm farms here in Pará, Brazil. And after finding the area that I will be collecting points, then we go to Project tab, Properties, now View Settings, and we check Set Project Full Extent. Then we click on Map Canvas Extent, we hit Apply, OK, and then we click on Synchronize Mergin Maps Project button. Do you want to save them before continue? Yes. Then we hit Sync. We'll be seeing this exact region on the mobile app, and we'll be ready to collect polygons around it. Now let's switch to Mergin Maps mobile app. In my phone, I have downloaded Mergin Maps from App Store. You can also do it from Play Store, and after downloaded, let's open it. With Mergin Maps app opened, I want to first log in. I click here, then I type my credentials. After typing my credentials, I hit sign in. And then I am able to see my home page, my projects page, or explore page to see public projects. In the projects page, I can search for my project. And after finding it, I can click on install. And I just click on the project so I can open it. As we see, this is the exact extent we've set for the project now in the mobile app. Let's zoom in and capture some data. We click on Add button. And we make sure the layer selected is the forms layer. For that, we go to the top. And we see that the layer selected, forms. So we are good to go. You can also use your GPS location to collect the polygon. For that, you click on the steps icon and you go walking along the plot, and the polygon will be adding the points of your exact location. Since I'm far away from the plot, I'll be recording with the coordinates of the center of the screen. So we begin adding points. After adding all the points, we click on record. Then we can begin filling the forms. We can select the form name, also the cooperative from the list we got from the CSV, commodity type, oil palm, or production date. As you see, all the other attributes as latitude, longitude, plot area, entry, and the collector name are already filled. So I select the municipality. And the collection date is also automatic. I only needed to fill some of the fields. Then I click on the check at the top, and my polygon is registered. If we click on it, we can see the values that we added to this polygon. After collecting all your plots, you can click on the sync button. And all of these data will be updated in the cloud. Back in QGIS, I'm still not able to see the data I have just collected. And for doing so, click again on the sync button. And we hit sync. We close this dialog. And now we can see the plot we've recorded using the mobile app. If we click to see its attributes, we can find the exact same information we've added in the mobile app here in QGIS. The final step of this tutorial is to export your plots layer as GeoJSON, which is the format required by EUDR. To do so, let's right-click Forms layer, then go to Export, and click on Save Features As. Here, for format, we select GeoJSON, and for file name, I'll add para, plots, and today's date. For CRS, you can select the project CRS, and we click OK. We can see the GeoJSON under the Mergin Maps projects folder, and we can open this GeoJSON to understand it better. We'll see that all the field values for each plot we've recorded are here, so as its coordinates. You can send this GeoJSON to your EUDR to confirm your plots are compliant. Thanks for watching this tutorial. See you next time.